Wait, so you're telling me in December we're getting various Monster Hunter reveals, a remaster of Chrono Cross reveal, an indie Nintendo Direct, which you guys know I love my indie games, something from Zelda's 35th anniversary, which let's keep our expectations low on that, a new focus on the Legends of Arceus, and even more than that? What a time to be alive, guys. What a time to be alive. Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robo-chan Show, where we cover the latest gaming news, leaks, and rumors from Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo in 2020 and beyond. If you want to be kept up on the latest gaming news, make sure you click that red subscribe button below this video and that notification bell so you know when I upload. And if you're interested, I have a Patreon, which link to that will be in the pinned comment along with my Twitter account. In this video, we are going to talk about various Nintendo Switch leaks as well as some RPG game leaks from Samus Hunter, the Nintendo leaker who has been pretty active lately, which makes a lot of sense since the Game Awards is coming up very soon. These Nintendo leaks include the Zelda 35th anniversary, which I will not spend a lot of time on because part 1 of this video, I guess you would call it, was already covered, which link to that will be in description and pinned comment, as well as in the top right corner of this video when we get to that part of the video. But aside from Zelda's 35th anniversary, we have Monster Hunter, Chrono Cross, Final Fantasy IX Remake, and a couple of Nintendo events to go over, according to Samus Hunter. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like and a comment about today's topic. And if you want to follow me on Twitter and help me reach my goal of 800 followers, you can follow me at RoboRob93. Without further delay, let's get to the video. So Nintendo has been on a pretty good roll this year so far. Games like Metroid Dread, which has sold out many of its predecessors in various ways, the recently released Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, which are selling very well, and even games like Mario Party are seeing a return, with the latest one getting very good reviews. But after Nintendo has released all of these games, it's leaving us wondering, like always, what Nintendo Switch games are next. Well, Samus Hunter seems to have gathered some potential info on what we could see from Nintendo, and as always guys, this info isn't coming from Nintendo themselves, so don't believe it to be true. With that being said, the first one on Samus Hunter's list is Monster Hunter. According to Samus Hunter, we should be getting various Monster Hunter reveals. Now she does say that it's highly likely that these announcements have been moved to the Game Awards, which I'm assuming this means that whatever happens at the Game Awards was supposed to happen earlier than that. And as we know, the bug is still here and causing trouble for developers and the gaming industry overall, so this really isn't too much of a surprise if it does happen to be true. As to what kind of Monster Hunter reveals we could get, Samus Hunter doesn't really tell us, but I would expect some kind of things in the form of events or collaborations with other titles like Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Story. Well, Monster Hunter Story too, but you guys know what I mean. We also have to remember that the Monster Hunter SUNBREAK DLC, which is set to release in the summer of 2022, is also a possibility to be shown there. So maybe we'll get a new trailer on that and it'll show us some more gameplay of what to expect in that DLC. And moving on, we have another big release for the Nintendo Switch, and that is Splatoon 3. This game has already had a lot of reveals in their trailers with gameplay along with other snippets of things about the game. According to Samus Hunter, she knows of at least one artwork scheduled to be released at the end of this year. Now, considering January is about a month away now, we're actually in December right now, it's December 1st, so less than a month away, I'd say the Game Awards is a pretty good place to show this artwork along with maybe a new trailer. Judging by the previous trailers, it seems the game is pretty far along as well, so maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a release window. With that being said, I think if we don't see it here with the trailer, I think we'll see it at a Nintendo Direct. It seems to be a very good spot to have a release window or a release date at a Nintendo Direct, or perhaps the Game Awards like I said before, in my humble opinion anyways. Especially considering that 2022 will pass by then. But not only that, but we usually do get a Nintendo Direct in January as well. If I remember correctly, there's usually a pattern that Nintendo follows, and I think there is supposed to be a January Nintendo Direct that they usually do. I'll throw it up on the screen during editing if it's true, but if it is, we'll probably get a January Nintendo Direct, and if not, well, we won't. And next up is something on Zelda's 35th anniversary. Now this is a tweet that was tweeted out before the Samus Hunter update that I'm doing a video on today. Well, technically whenever this video is going to come out, because it's not going to come out today as I'm recording this. Now, I do have to say Zelda games like The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess and even The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, especially the Wind Waker since that is my favorite Zelda of all time so far, would be really cool to see hit the Nintendo Switch, but I think in this case it may just be a musical performance or some kind of collab with other games, perhaps Monster Hunter. I could be completely wrong, but that's just my expectations, I'm keeping them low. And by the way guys, if you reach this part of the video, here's a cookie. And you know, funny enough, in the last video we did about the Zelda stuff, I did this too, and YouTube called one of the cookie comments potentially inappropriate, which is just fantastic and hilarious. So let's see if we can get those cookie comments at the beginning of your comment and see if it can happen again. Anyways, cookies aside, this is what Samus Hunter had to say. The celebration of Zelda's 35th anniversary, nope, that's not what it says. The celebration for the, nope, that's not what it says either. Not doing this on purpose. This is what it says. The celebration for the 35th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda will continue at the Game Awards. See, you'd expect them to say The Legend of Zelda 35th anniversary, but that's not how she worded it, which is really weird. But anyways, if you're confused by this and are thinking, didn't Nintendo already say that there wasn't going to be anything about Zelda's 35th anniversary at all this year? Or you're just interested in the games in general, I did a full 8-minute video covering that initial tweet, the follow-up ones that she made, as well as covering the past Zelda 35th rumors that could show up at the Game Awards. Which again is very low percentage chance showing up, but still possible. Just click the top right corner of this video and you will be brought to that video. And if not, let's continue. So moving on, we have some really exciting news for anyone who is an RPG fan. I have said this in a lot of my videos, but I love RPG games. I'm enjoying Final Fantasy XIV a lot, and I'm excited to play other games like Dragon Age 4, or even games I own right now and haven't played like SMV. I'm currently playing Pokemon and I'm trying to get a review out for you guys, but SMV is next. So these next words from Samus Hunter has me really excited, and this is what she says. I generally don't talk about third-party announcements unless I get direct information thanks to major collaborations with Nintendo like Monster Hunter. Rumors about Chrono Cross Remastered being announced at the Game Awards, I can say that they are founded after investigating a bit. Now this game has been already rumored, so Samus Hunter saying this isn't really too much of a surprise. One could even say that she looked at the Nvidia leaks and decided to talk about them here. But whether or not it's her info or someone else's, that it could, nope. It's like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning while I'm recording this, so that's probably why I keep messing up in this video. Like I said before, most people would take it out, but you know what, I just keep it in. As I was saying, whether or not it's her info or someone else's, this game could appear at the Game Awards. Now the Nvidia leaks I'll probably be looking over, as it was one of those things that I just missed and didn't really cross my mind to cover. But now that the Uncharted game has been revealed, and if the Chrono Cross remake appears at the Game Awards, I think this does definitely warrant a second look. Next up, we have more RPG goodness, and as I said, I'm enjoying Final Fantasy XIV a lot, and if these next words are true, they're pretty interesting. The information doesn't come from my main source, given that Nintendo isn't involved, but I also found out that the Final Fantasy IX remake will use a visual style similar to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. A faithful remake that will maintain the original game design, we just have to wait. Now she doesn't say if the Final Fantasy IX remake will be at the Game Awards or not, so we'll have to wait on that. As to what style we can expect, in the comment of this tweet, someone asked her whether or not it's going to be in the style like World of Final Fantasy, which is a very good game, by the way, if you're looking for a new Final Fantasy / Pokemon mix-up. But anyways, she says this. Yeah, I think that's the visual art style to expect. That was the way they described the game to me. It looks like it won't be a remake like the Final Fantasy VII R. Now looking at the art style for Final Fantasy IX, I can definitely see the art style from World of Final Fantasy working for a remake for Final Fantasy IX. In fact, it's actually pretty perfect for that game when you compare the two. So if this does come true, I think it's a very good choice on Square Enix or whoever's going to be developing this game. Now this does make a lot of sense as to why it's going to be a more faithful remake than say the Final Fantasy VII remake. Square Enix is already working on the Final Fantasy VII Part 2 remake, so it makes a lot of sense as why this is going to be more of a faithful adaptation of that game, if not one for one, which would be interesting to see the before and after. Though my question is the Final Fantasy IX remake going to hit the Nintendo Switch, and even going so far as to say, is the Chrono Cross remake going to hit the Nintendo Switch? I hope these two do hit the Nintendo Switch, because playing it in portable would be fantastic. And just as a last warning, make sure you guys don't believe these. It's not from Nintendo, so I would consider these fake until at very least the Game Awards passed. Now, I know people won't either listen to this part of the video or won't even get to this part of the video. And this time, I do have another donut for you if you did get to this part of the video too. And along with that donut, don't forget to leave a like and your thoughts about Samus Hunter's words in the comment section. Thanks for watching, guys, and hey, by the way, if you did enjoy this video, why not subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. We're actually almost at 20,000 subscribers. We just need about, I think, 150 or 200. So if you want to help me get to 20,000, subscribe to the channel. And again, guys, thanks for watching, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.